In the morning, I try to get my things ready for the office at least 5 to 10 minutes earlier. Why? Because I think those 10 minutes are so precious, at least I can learn a couple of tricks. Am I that efficient? At least in the morning, I feel so when the time is lesser and I am ready to go get to the office. In those 5 to 10 minutes, I realize I do all the sleight of hands and the tricks which I have been learning all this time much more efficiently and effective. Is it the case when I get the long holidays? I do practice, but I think that attentiveness is missing. Had the vigor of those 5 minutes been in those 3 days of holiday, the output would have been much more better, but it doesn't happen. There's some problem. I think the problem lies with us only who takes the time which is with us for granted and do not take it seriously, and it does. So how this problem can be solved? Well, maybe you can first analyze how you are spending your time during a holiday. For me, I'm not that lucky, it's just the sunlight. So how am I doing? How I am doing it when I'm getting up, when I'm getting ready, and when is the time which is actually the most effective or can be set to be giving the output. Not just I'm sitting with the coins and doing something which can be called to be laboring towards my direction but not necessarily giving me the results I would desire. So noting down the things and analyzing a bit at the end of the day would be really helpful. Just a piece of paper, let it be a diary. Don't go for loose papers because you won't be having the track record and it doesn't make sense just recording it and let it go and lose it somewhere. At least you should have a track record of how you have been doing all this time. So just divide the time and let's see in what time you were most effective, or what were the things that you learned, how were you better as compared to the last day or the previous week. It needs to be done, and the commitment portion is really important. If that is not there, you may keep doing so for months and years and decades and you won't see the desired results. So that is the take of the day, and those 5 to 10 minutes sincerity has to be compared with what we are having when the time is so much. As the saying goes, the work expends to fill the time. If that is true, that is very much doomed and not at all acceptable. This is not the right way and it won't make us reach anywhere. Let's not do that and make our life and these holidays and the daily routines more disciplined. If you want to see yourself somewhere significant after 5 or 10 years down the line, because these little differences is going to create a huge difference over a period of time. In the previous lecture, I was discussing about recording my magic patter for the first time. I did, and for my surprise it came out to be around more than 16 minutes, 16:50 seconds, I think 16 minutes 50 seconds, and there was not much I had said. It was just to roll my performance and keep the audience engaged, but at least it wasn't that bad for the first time. I've seen it and maybe I need to fill it up with the things, with the dialogues which needs to be more engaging while I'm actually delivering this performance in the front of an audience. So at least things have started and at least I'm going somewhere and somewhere is more deterministic and I know where I'm heading towards. So things have started rolling and it was nice to see myself at least going in one after another, just the tricks as it unfolded. When I was seeing the videos, in fact I was not able to guess which was a trick which was supposed to come next to it. It kept happening, and most of the tricks were performed on camera for the first time by me, not by the professionals, of course. And it is much more useful as compared to when you perform in front of the mirror. It can be in the first take, but it's pretty useless, trust me. Those angle thing is quite good, but you are more conscious about your performance and your slides rather than seeing it in your hands. You won't be able to watch your performance from a third perspective, which is possible only in case of videos. So go record yourself, whatever you're doing, watch it again and again, and just see what you like and what you don't like. Make a notes about it, try to improve and work upon those flaws, and come up better next time. That's how you're going to do it. Now there's one of the suggestions in videos which I had seen few days ago. In that he said, if you want to be a professional and an expert of a field, or at least the genre which you have decided to associate yourself with, try to write down something about it every day. Research, bring down your ideas, merge it, and come up with something fresh, and at least write about it every day. And these every day will add like droplets, and you will have a big drum one day, which will be hard to just reach by any other person in a very little time. And when the audience sees you speak, they can guess there's a lot of hard work, labor, and knowledge involved behind it. You cannot be just ignored like a newbie person. So keep doing it, make it a habit. These 3 days my diary has been lying in my office and I have not been able to write down the things. So maybe in the first half or so, I got pretty lot many things to be jotted down in my diary. So that's all for today. There you go. All the best.